Welcome to the Driving with Dunne car review. I'm your host, Michael Dunne, and it's here that we look at what's strong and what's wrong with new electric cars. Today, we're looking at the Kia EV6. Rate it across 6 dimensions. Now, who would have guessed that here in 2022, Kia is the best-selling electric car in America after Tesla, number 2 overall in the market. Why is that? Well, it starts with design. A few years ago, Kia leadership took a strategic decision to hire world-class designers from Europe, and it's really paid off. This is a beautiful looking car, starting with the back end. Look at this DBX-like, Aston Martin taillight. That's from Europe. And if you look at the side of the car, it's easy to mistake it for that good-looking Jaguar I-Pace. They could be twins. The designers understood that first impressions matter inside the car too. So check this out. Real nice. You step inside, easy to access start-stop button there with a thumb. And then a dial here lets you put it into gear and be on your way. Also, check this out. The phone charger, wireless, is in just the right place. But don't break the law. Who cares about key fobs? Well, it turns out the designers at Kia do. Look, they've offset the lock button so it's super easy to find. Even in the dark, you know where lock is. When it comes to infotainment, the EV6 delivers both strong and wrong. Let's look at the good parts first. Love the setup. It's clean and intuitive, simple to follow. You got your driver information directly in front of you. Got your navigation, radio, climate controls on this screen. Intuitive, simple, clean. Second good thing they do, you can rest your hand on this in order to manipulate the screen here to change your climate, your radio, whatever you have to do. Same thing goes up top. Rest your hand here to pick stuff out on the screen that you want to pick if they'll cooperate. Where are they? Oh, there they are. Okay, got it. One of the things I find a little bit annoying about the infotainment system, and I understand it, the engineers were trying to reduce the number of knobs and make it simpler, but in fact, the opposite has happened. Here's what I'm talking about. When I press the climate control button here, the menu shifts to climate control. When I go up top again and hit the arrow, it shifts back to navigation and music and map, which should be okay, but imagine I press temperature, set my temperature, and then I want to turn the radio up or down. It's not the radio that goes up and down, it's the temperature. Oh my, okay, go back to here to hit the radio to change the volume. Way too complicated in reality. Not a good feature. Another basic area where the infotainment system falls down is with the USB access. I mean, that should be super easy and convenient, right? Not on the EV6. It's way down there, out of reach. Well, I can maybe get, no. Who needs that? When it comes to space and comfort, boy, you're gonna be delighted with this EV6. It's got great space, in particular in the front. Also in the back, legroom is terrific. Seats are firm but comfortable. If there's anything to complain about with the space and comfort, it would be the headroom. Here in the back seat, yeah, my head butts up against the ceiling. Well, that's understandable because of the design of the car. It's a sporty car with a sloping back end. Run out of room for the head. If you're curious about the trunk and that front space called the frunk, well, you got 2 stories going on. In the back, in the trunk, tremendous room, space, lots of stuff you can load in there. Now on the other hand, when we look at the frunk, well, that's tiny, really tiny, almost like, what's the point? All right, here's the deal. This Kia EV6 comes in 3 range options. You've got your standard model range, that's 230 miles for you city commuters out there, those short drives, And then you've got people who are range anxiety ridden. Well, you want the win, that's this model, 305 miles of range. Then in between, Kia offers a GT model. That's 275 miles of range, but guess what? You'll be the fastest person off the line, whether it's a red light, a stop sign, no matter what, you're quick, under 5 seconds, 0 to 60. When driving this Kia EV6, you know, my overall #1 impression is this is a new era of Kia. The quality is there. The design is good looking. And when you get behind the wheel, it's smooth, it's quiet, and yes, it's quick. Whoa. This is the real deal. It's not your old clanky, clunky, cheap Kia. No, that's history. The Kia EV6 comes at 3 price points. $41,000 for the entry level, $47,000 for the Wind, and if you want to go up top, the GT, you're going to pay between $51,000 and $55,000 depending on all those fancy options you can get. No wonder the Kia EV6 is such a hot selling car. I mean, you get, well, it's a brilliant package for the money, but no story is complete without pointing out those flaws. So let's remind ourselves, what are the things that might make you hesitate about this car? Some people who are really picky about design wonder, does the front of the car match the back of the car? They're both good looking, but do they go together? Frunk, tiny, minuscule, what for? Infotainment switch outs. I don't like having to toggle between climate and radio and back to climate and volume. It's confusing. They got too cute there. They call it a sporty SUV, but I don't see much SUV in this vehicle at all. It's mostly sports car, a 4-door sports sedan. Low roof line means that headroom is really limited in the back seat, especially if you're over 6 foot tall. CarPlay? Yeah, that's a must, right? Well, lots of EV6 owners report that they're having glitchiness when they try to plug in their USB. It's not connecting right away. And finally, charging. Well, any brand outside of Tesla is going to be hit and miss when it comes to charging. That's just a reality because Kia does not own that experience. They rely on third-party suppliers. Hey, look, this Kia EV6, bottom line, is a very good-looking car that delivers smiles. Yes, there are tiny blemishes, but nothing too serious. No wonder it's America's best-selling EV after Tesla in 2022. Me, I'll give it a 9.3 out of 10, right alongside the Mustang Mach E. Hey, now that you've seen the Kia EV6 up close and personal, tell us what you think about this car in the comment section below. If you'd like to stay up to date with the newest electric vehicles, be sure to subscribe today. Thank you so much for joining this episode of Driving with Dunne, and I will see you on the road.